Hey guys, what's up? So in this video, we're going to go through some stretches that you can do as a tennis player. So in my eyes, tennis players are some of the most multi-dynamic players you can get there. I actually think that tennis has it all, from coordination to speed to endurance to strength to skill levels. Like there's nothing that tennis in my eyes doesn't have. So looking after your body to put in the best possible performance is vital. So we're going to look at some simple stretches that you can do no matter what level you're at, and you can throw these into your warm-up, your recovery, or just everyday life. They're going to make you feel that little bit better. We're going to target areas like the shoulders, the lower back, the hips. We're also going to go into the sides. So all of these movements are going to be based around your tennis. And if there is anything here that is a little bit too difficult for you, then feel free to just modify it in whichever way you feel you can, but just do your best. Also, most of these stretches you're going to be holding for about 30 seconds to a minute. Some of them might be dynamic and you can just do them for reps, so around 10 to 20 reps, but always making sure you do both sides evenly so we don't get any discrepancy. So we're going to start off in the wrists, and tennis players obviously holding a racket all day, you're definitely going to get sore wrists. So this first movement we'll go through is just having the hands out to the side, and you're just creating circles with the wrists. So you're just warming up the wrists, always moving them nice and easy, and just do about 10 circles round to the right and then 10 circles round to the left. You'll then turn the hands round with the fingers facing towards each other, and then have the palms facing up, where you'll bend the elbows and turn the elbows out, and then as you press into the back of the hands, you'll wrap the biceps forward and the triceps back. You're making sure that you're not putting too much pressure through the hands here, so you're taking a fair bit of weight into the legs, and then once you feel like you can start to maybe press a little bit firmer into the backs of the hands without having any pain in the wrists, then feel free to do so. And the last one into the wrist, we'll turn the fingers all the way back towards the body, towards the knees, and turn them externally, so you turn the fingers outwards. I have seen people do this inwards. That's not the way we want to be doing it here. We want to turn the fingers facing outwards so that the fingers face towards the knees, and then we start to rock the hips back towards the heels to then gently lift the palms, and you'll feel this nice stretch through the forearms and into the wrists. And you might also feel that into the fingers. So just work about 10 reps of that, maybe do it twice over, and that'll start to really get those wrists loosened up. We'll then go into like a bit of a flow sort of warm up to get the legs moving. So you work into this low lunge position where you step 1 foot forward, sink the hips forward, and then as you work into what's called a pyramid stretch, you'll straighten out that front leg and then fold over the front leg. Straight away, you'll go back into that low lunge and then work back into the pyramid. So you do about 6 reps of this, 6 to 10 reps each side, and then make sure you do both sides evenly. Moving on into a lunge rotation twist. So you'll step 1 foot forward, have the back knee lifted, and then twist towards that front knee. Now you're really radiating out through the fists here. So you're pressing both fists and you're pressing the arms away from each other, and you're creating the twist through the core. So you're using a little bit of strength here to create that mobility in the torso and all through the lower back, so that you're not just kind of twisting yourself and flinging yourself into this stretch. You're actually creating that stretch by using the strength in the body to get there. Making sure that the feet are facing forward, the back heel's lifted, and then just really creating that twist using the abs. Do about 6 to 10 reps and then switch it out and go over to the other side. After a lunge twist, we're going to go into a reverse lunge, which is great for working into the sides, especially for things like serving, so you can get the arm up overhead and get this really full reach in the body. So from an all fours position, you'll step the right foot forward, and from there, you'll just lift the left arm up to the sky and reach up, and you'll feel that stretch through the left side. You're then twisting towards the right knee slightly so that you can again really open up. But again, don't feel you have to do that if your flexibility isn't there. You're trying to work towards that point. You'll then switch it out, go over to the other side. Make sure you hold this stretch for about 30 seconds to a minute. This next stretch is what would be called a Revolve Triangle in something like yoga. So you'll step 1 foot forward, turn the back heel out so that it's flat against the floor, and then twisting the body towards that front leg. So if your right foot's forward, you'll take your left hand down to the ground and then twist the body to the right. You feel this incredible twist through the body, also get into the sides. You can then actually reverse this and go into more of a normal triangle where you twist the other way and open up the body. This again, great for tennis players, working into the sides, into the hips, also to the inner thighs. There's quite a lot going on in this stretch. So again, don't take this too far if your flexibility is not there. You can also use a block to help support you if you need it. A stretch for the inner thighs, again, especially if you're moving side to side, this is super important. So going into a wide forward fold, step the feet wide, have the feet facing forward, and then hinge over the front of the legs. As you fold forward, you'll feel that stretch through the backs of the hamstrings, you'll feel it into the inner thighs, and also you're making sure the feet are pretty strong, so you're kind of gripping the ground a little bit here as well. And make sure that you're keeping the back as straight as you can before you round down just at the end. So this is going to help us with those wide shots, making sure that if we're dipping for the ball left and right, then we've got this really great range on the inside of our thighs so that we can get back to center and move off our feet and move side to side much more efficiently. Working into a Cossack squat, we're going to work our hips nice and low, really open up into the hips. Again, you don't have to take this one too deep, and it doesn't really matter to begin with if your heel lifts. So if your heel is lifted off the floor as you work into this stretch, don't feel like you have to have the heel on the floor. You are trying to get it there, but if your mobility isn't just there yet, then just try and work this as best as you can. So you're stepping 1 foot wide, making sure the toes are pointing out at 45, and then taking that hip down towards the heel. So as you sink the hip down, you're keeping the back nice and straight. You can choose whether to lift or keep the toes planted on the leg that's still straight, and then hold that for about 30 seconds and then work over to the other side. So getting into the shoulders is this brilliant lying stretch that opens up into the chest and into the front of the shoulders. So from a lying down position, extend one arm out, use the other arm to press into the ground so that you open up the chest away from the arm that's extended. So if you take the left arm out to the side, then you'll actually press the right hand and open the right shoulder, opening the body up to the right. That's going to allow you to get this incredible stretch through the front of the pec and into the shoulders. And you can change where the arm lies. So ideally it starts in line with the shoulder out to the side, but you can also change the height depending on where you want to feel the stretch. Hold that again for 30 seconds to a minute. You can also step the right foot either on top of the left foot or step it all the way back. Again, that will really deepen in the stretch and get you nice and loose in those shoulders. And then finally, just finishing off with a lower back twist. So lying on your back, both knees together, and then just let them fall over to the side. This is just nice and relaxing into the sides, into the spine, and making sure that you feel nice and loose and just easing off in the lower back. It's always great to neutralize in the lower back. Hopefully these stretches would have helped you out. Feel free to do as many of these as you want. You can do them twice over, maybe 3 times over, and you'll be feeling much better around your training. This is something to complement in with a strength program, so make sure that you're not neglecting your strength and any other training that you're doing. This is something to just add in that's going to complement that and help you get the best out of your training and your games. If you're interested in more videos that you potentially want to follow along to and you want to get the most out of your training, your recovery, your warm-ups, then head over to sportyogi.com where you can sign up to the app to have videos that you can follow along to, more content, more in-depth work on your body and your mind to help out with your training and your performance. So again, I hope this video has helped. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you again soon.